what happened today with David, he represents the best in all of us. It's a CIS moment. It's a national moment for us.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, everybody. Joined now by Chris Suk, the Sports Information Officer from the University of Manitoba Bisons. How are you, sir?
Mike Valente, I am great. I know you're stumbling through like a Smoking Bob has got the hot dogs and the Smokies going
Gets in
here.
your system,
I
right?
like this. We're outside. The sun is shining.
It's beautiful.
It's springtime. Spring camp Bison football already happened. We got football in the air.
That's right.
And it's fantastic.
One of the biggest success stories this season, obviously, David Onyemata.
Maybe the biggest success story in
the program's
Bison
history.
sports history.
That's right. Defensive tackle for the Bisons, didn't even play the game of football before 2011.
Did not know about football.
Now drafted by the NFL. Where does that rank in terms of accomplishments?
I'm going to honestly say, if you don't know it, or you do know the story of the blind side of O'Carroll, who was basically came out of nowhere and got drafted in the NFL. This is the blind side for Canada. He came as an international student. Parents sent him off from Lagos, Nigeria, to come to University of Manitoba. Knocked on Coach Dobie's door and just basically said, "I'd like to play some football."
Right.
And didn't know really much about that. And as Coach Dobie liked to say, it takes a village to raise a child, right? And everyone kind of from coaches to players to support staff has helped David in this quest and this journey to get to the NFL draft. It's amazing. There's only been 12 CIS players ever drafted at this level, and David's one of them. And it's hard to even comprehend that. It'd be, like if someone, didn't know anything about hockey, goes over and starts playing hockey like in some foreign country and becomes the Wayne Gretzky sort of that out there. It's just a phenomenal story. And David Onyemata on top of it is a great, humble person who deserves everything he gets. He's worked for us, and we're all but nothing but supportive and proud of David Onyemata and his journey towards getting to the NFL.
How do you think he's handled all of this attention? The Pro Day here in March was obviously huge.
It was ridiculous, and you guys were there.
Yeah.
It was insane.
So many teams, though, have requested him even since that day, right? And they're putting them through, obviously, excruciating tryouts and the full deal. But I feel like he's handled it with ease.
Well, I'll say this. It's 17 teams came for the Pro Day, one for the CFL, and then he went to 15, 16 other teams outside of that. Some that were here, some that couldn't make it. And he's actually, I'll be honest, I'll say this. What I know from just talking to David, but a little exhausted from it. It's been a month straight of this.
Yeah,
and basically his job interview is now over. And now that he's drafted, now he can go on to actually now do what he's shown to do. It's hard to even explain how amazing this journey has been for him. Right. And hopefully it's just the start of something even bigger now as he gets to the next level.
Totally. We're going to show David Onyemata's story in just a few minutes. Earlier in the show, we saw the story with Colleen Dufresne.
Hopefully people didn't cry, because I'm telling you, she isn't dying. She's retired.
No, she's
but it's
retiring.
A good story. It's a great story.
Yeah, let's make that clear. She's retiring.
Right.
But 32 plus years with the Bisons program, an incredible leader and role model. Just talking with her, she's just so likable, but as she said, she was very demanding through those 30 years, and that's why she made such a great athletic director.
Yeah.
Tell us about. See, you're ready to jump in.
Oh yeah.
I don't even need questions.
No, you.
But just I was going to ask you, just some of your personal stories dealing with Colleen over the years.
Well, you know what,
must have been special.
The impact, I've been with her for 12 years, right? So for me personally, the last 12 years has been phenomenal, great. She's been a bleed brown and gold, Bison colors of Bison sports. I don't know if she ever imagined to be there 32 years, but what she's done as a coach, she won 3 national championships, brought that program from nothing to where it is now today. And then as the last 15 years, the athletic director, women's soccer came on board. Desiree Scott came through that program, now onto the Team Canada. But personally myself, one of the best things is when we won the Valente Cup in 2007 is the support of winning that in front of one of the biggest crowds of Valente Cup history, and Bison football winning that. And she just really has been supportive of Bison sports and athletics at the University of Manitoba campus. It's just phenomenal what she's done over the years, and we're really going to miss her, but we've been blessed that she's been around for that long with Bison sports.
Congratulations to Colleen. You saw that story in our last segment. A wonderful lady, certainly admirable, that's for sure. Okay, Robin Chestnut is still here.
I love Robin.
He's the juggler, of course. You saw him as you came in.
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe throw some footballs while he...
I would love to do that. I hope Robin doesn't mind. I'm not a great aim. I'm no Teo Dazar, but I'll do my best.
Okay, so we're going to check out David Onyemata's story first. We'll come back with some more juggling and football throwing. You want to do your thing?
I'll do my thing. Sure,
okay.
Why not? I love this table. It's great. Awesome. And you're watching Onshot TV!
It's a big day for the University of Manitoba Bisons football program, specifically for defensive lineman David Onyemata.
Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave.
17 NFL team coaches and scouts have traveled into Winnipeg to observe Onyemata partake in a lengthy workout session known as an NFL Pro Day. And boy, did he impress.
Oh, my heart rate's still up. He nailed it. He nailed it. It was an interesting process.
I would say I wasn't expecting anything. I just kind of had my mind out there, just whatever came my way, I'll do it. So once he explained what he wanted me to do, I kind of like had a feel for it, and I did that. So.
The 23-year-old's results in 7 drills, including the broad jump, 40-yard dash, and bench press, measured up to some of the NFL's best. Even more impressive is that before moving to Canada in 2011 from Nigeria, Onyemata had not once played the sport of football.
He had to learn technique. He had to learn X's and O's. He came from nothing. He knew nothing. But he came from a continent on the other side of the world. And he had to learn the culture of our society, the culture of football, the culture of our society within the game of football. And people discount that, but you can't.
It took time, I would say, yeah, because like I'm not from here. Like it's kind of hard for like an 18-year-old coming all the way like from Nigeria to here. It's a huge travel, I would say, but I kind of took a while. Yeah, so once I got a feel for that, everything kind of fell in place.
David Onyemata's agent Carter Chow was also in attendance. Chow, who also represents NFL superstar quarterback Tom Brady, says that Onyemata's numbers speak for themselves.
He's an incredible human being. He's got a great story, and he's a good football player. I mean, that was obvious on the tape, but we wanted to have a chance to sit down and meet with him and spend some time with him before we decided to work together, and it's turned out great. He's a great person.
Perseverance, integrity. You know, he doesn't miss anything. He takes coaching. He trusts people. The adversity that David faced coming up here and never having played football, never seen a football before. Not many people can stay on that path. It takes an extraordinary person to do that. David Onyemata is an extraordinary person.
He's an impressive young man, and he's going to make a career in the NFL. There's no question about it.
For Shaw TV Sports, I'm Mike Valente. Okay, welcome back to Sports Talk here. Chris Zook is joining me. Robin's still juggling at the end. We're going to try and knock the pins down while he's juggling with these footballs. Let's try it out. Go for it. Oh, thank you so much. I got the mini one.
There we go.
Oh. Almost, yes. All right, Chris, come on. Almost. Oh. You go for it, Chris. Oh! What's your name, sir? Quincy is going to take a shot here. Go for it. Oh! That was the closest one. Oh! Yeah. Ah, there it is! Chris Zook and Robin Chestnut, everybody. We'll be right back.